We got a bunch of crazy stuff tonight on Strikeout Beer.
Wilford Godfrey or whatever his name is.
Guilford?
Wilford Godfrey?
Milford?
Hopefully
Does not want to. And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, episode number 254 with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
Hi, I'm Rapid Dave.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, pretty great. You know, we went through about 3 or 4 beer reviews before the show, and then we went ahead and knocked out a baseball podcast, SB Baseball, and then we did a fantasy football podcast. So it's been busy. It's been a lot of fun though, and now here we are just kind of squirreling around trying to get stuff set up. You didn't bring your laptop today because you were at the Ranger game, which we'll talk about that as well. Got a great beer from Anchor Brewing Company. RIP. You know, you can't get this beer anymore, but
I mean, you can.
You got to get it while you can because of the fact that it's, you know, no longer around. And I get that lined up. If you're in the live stream right now, welcome in to Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Yeah, there you go. That's what you get from me.
I'm completely disconnected from everything. I just got Twitch up right now. So if you're commenting elsewhere and we're not mentioning it, it's Rapid Dave's fault.
I blame myself.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Let's just get into beer because beer is fun.
Yeah, buddy.
And
so I'll tell you this. First off, I like this. This can, they're like stubbies. They're shorties. Yes. And I probably should have looked up. There's a little something on the side of the what's that thing called? A 6-pack thing or whatever?
6-pack thingamabobber?
It's a holder, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what they got that's talking about this beer.
Hold on. Let's see here. Rich, refined, splendidly smooth. Let's see here. Made from a blend of pale caramel chocolate. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm going with you. We're going to do it together. Let's do it together.
Okay. Chocolate and black malts.
This beer is deep
in layered, kind of like a good book. Or it's hard to read. It's so far away. It's small.
It's deep in layer. The iconic American porter has been the golden standard since style since 1972. Beyond the deep, dark appearance lies a smooth, sumptuous. Is there anything like sexier than sumptuous? And exceptionally drinkable beer. Kick back, take a sip, and let the rich, delicious flavor take you away. Chocolate, espresso, velvety smooth. That's what you can expect with this beer. I feel kind of bad.
It's only 5.6% alcohol by volume.
Porters are usually a little bit lighter. That's, kind of their thing. It's more about chocolatey and things like. Here's my thing. I wish we would have brought these beers out like probably 5 minutes ago.
Well, once we have the second and the third one.
Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to drink some of these beers. Now, porters
smells delicious.
How is it?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay.
I was waiting to cheers and look deep into your soul as we took a drink.
Well, I got to pour my beer.
I know. I'm just kind of,
I was like, I think these are, I'm trying to look and see how much these things are supposed to be at the temperature. Cause I like to know about the temperature.
You got a thermometer?
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Porters, 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So these are a little too cold. Let's warm it up real quick.
There's a one warm place on my body.
Yeah.
It's under my nuts.
Oh God.
No?
I mean, sure. I don't know. Look at that. You can hard pour it. It's going to go there. I got to take a picture. So let me go ahead and cheers you. There we go.
Mazel, good things.
Cheers to everybody out there. Of course, I keep hitting the mic in front of me. Oh, yeah. Into your soul. Into my soul. It's the second week in a row we've had a Anchor beer.
See? Yeah. We just did a one-off review last time.
Yeah, and I went and bought a sixer of it just so we can have it either for next time, or we could try to mark it up on somebody, just really railroad somebody that was a fan of them. Myself, like $45, maybe $100,
like $45,000, $45 million.
Why is this thing not working with me?
I don't know.
Quit being part of the problem and be part of the solution.
I think that's you that needs to quit being part of the problem.
God, dog.
And start being part of the solution.
Why is it jerking around?
All you're doing is over there just complaining.
Ah, dog. Drive me crazy.
Adapt.
Anything else? Or just adapt?
Well, I was going to say something.
No, I mean, you took a pause that were long. That's longer than like a deep thought. It's over. Is that dork wearing glasses behind that mask?
Adapt and excel.
Yeah,
which one?
The catcher? Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is.
Like, why is he wearing glasses behind a mask?
Maybe he has problems with contacts.
Maybe
he needs it to see.
I've never seen a catcher with glasses.
Okay.
It's weird.
How often do you pay attention whether or not they're wearing glasses?
Every pitch?
Every pitch. You look into their soul.
No, you don't have to look into their soul to see they're wearing glasses. They're wearing glasses. Don't bend those up. Are you bending them up?
No, I'm just
okay. It's like, don't bend those up. Don't you do it. Don't you dare do it. So, SP Fantasy Football, we talked about defenses. We ranked our top 10 DSTs. That'll drop on Friday. And then we did a Ranger chat with the SB Baseball
it was
podcast.
Almost like a Ranger roundup, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because we weren't rounding things up.
So we'll drop that probably tomorrow, Thursday.
We actually rounded down.
Rounded down on it?
Down, yeah.
So tell me about your time at the ballpark. You went to the ballpark today, right?
I did. I went to the
How was it?
Gilf, as it's affectionately known
stupid.
out here.
So dumb. Not that, but it's just the fact that it's Globe Life Field or something like that.
I mean, well, someone paid a lot of money for it to be Globe Life Field.
Yeah, so Globe Life did.
Yeah.
Yeah. F them.
Hey, it's a nice stadium.
She's a nice lady.
I could take her out to a nice seafood dinner and never call her again. No, it's a nice ballpark. You got the roof. It was a nice cool 70 degrees in there today, which was awesome. I kind of talked about how, like, before the game, they're talking about like it's currently 103 degrees outside, but inside the stadium, it's a nice cool 70 degrees, and the whole stadium just goes crazy. It's just nice. Like, and plus when you went with work, and we had the suite, which the suite is nice. It's always decked out with food and snacks and non-alcoholic drinks, but you go and you grab a couple alcoholic drinks and you're chilling with some work friends and things like that, people that you don't normally get the chance to just kind of
things are different
chill
now.
With, right?
It's just different now.
We used to go do happy hours all the time, and now everyone's scattered because everyone's working remotely. And when you do go into the office, most of the time the people that you like, you're not working with.
Right.
Because you guys go into the office on different days and things like that. So it was nice to be able to hang out with some of these people. Hadn't hung out with them in some of these people in a few years.
Right. Yeah.
So it was nice to get out there and just have some fun and just kind of chill.
Nice.
And the ballpark's really nice.
Yeah.
You
see that giant bobblehead out there?
The old giant Nolan Ryan bobblehead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great game to see today. Won tickets to Saturday's game against the Dodgers. Nice. We got I'm assuming that's old Jeff Sifford.
Yeah, it's got to be Jeff Sifford.
J.R. Sifford.
How you doing? Old School's in the house too.
Yeah.
What is going on, Old School? Yeah, I mean,
Jeff wins a lot of stuff.
He wins a lot of stuff?
Dude, he wins so much. Every time I turn around, he's posting about how he's won tickets to this and that and things like that.
So he's just one of those people.
He's just a lucky guy.
Yeah.
Like, and normally he wins like a lot of tickets to like concerts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You get it with the ticket and things like that. Text cookies to 212-569 for your chance to win tickets.
Yeah, don't even start on the ticket.
Odds are you're not winning because Jeff's winning. So.
It's Jeff's the guy. Jeff's the guy that always wins. Yeah, there's nothing worse than that guy.
Have fun out there.
Jeff, come by the booth out at Cowtown. I'm going to be. I got a raffle for a giant Pikachu Funko Pop, the big one, the 18-inch.
Oh, really? You're going to raffle that off?
We're going to raffle that one off. I love that one, but we're going to raffle.
What are the rules around the raffle?
It's going to be $5 a ticket or 3 for $10.
Okay.
So going to keep it cheap, but I want someone to win. We'll do it on Sunday. We'll draw it on Sunday. No cap.
Don't have to be there?
No, just write your phone number or something like that because I'm not delivering it, so you're just going to have to come get it after
or leave your OnlyFans handle and we'll send you a message on OnlyFans. yeah. Jeff, all I do is win. Can't help it. Hey,
oh God,
I ain't hating.
There's always someone like that, right? That's their whole thing. But yeah.
Well, it was remember when we did the we did the pop show out there at Keller High School, and I won. I think I won the raffle like 4 times. Like every time I turned around, I was like, "Oh, that's my number."
Jesus. Yeah, I love the ballpark. You know, I haven't been out there. I went out there a couple months ago, or whatever. But speaking of the whole work thing, right? So the very first time that me, my boss, and my other coworker were able to see each other was for a Ranger game. I haven't seen him in 3 years.
Okay.
And they said, hey.
So it's not the first time you've seen him, but it's the first time in a while.
Since the lockdown.
Since the old COVID thing.
And so they're like, hey, everybody want to go to the game? Yeah. Okay, we got sweet tickets. Just go down to suite, blah, blah, blah. We'll send them to you. I go, okay, cool. Can I get 2? I always take Lizzie with me.
Utah.
But
me too.
Lizzie couldn't go this time. I was like, all right, F it. No big deal. And so I roll over there and I get down I'm like, what's up, man? I'm like so excited. I go, how the hell have you been? And like his wife's just like, did you guys work together? I go, I haven't seen him in like 3 years.
I mean, I've seen him in camera, but that's not the same.
And so I'm like, dude, I mean, I used to
just almost took one in the face right there.
Oh, Jesus. But I sat there and worked next to this guy for how many ever years, and we've been like really good, like close friends as far as that goes. And
he's a big part of the Pick'em leagues, and stuff like that.
And so I'm like, I looked at him, I go,
he actually runs the big boy league now.
I started looking at him, I was like, really? I was like, that's what I'm like. Hey, you want to do something about that? It's like,
hey, scene control. Come on.
Yeah, really, right. So, but anyways, it was great to go out there. Did you have any cool food, cool drinks, cool anything?
No, it was just you get the suite, and they always deck the suite out with food. So I didn't go out and buy anything because you had all the food there.
Right.
Non-alcoholic drinks were provided. If you wanted an alcoholic drink, you had to buy them on your own.
That's fine.
So I went and had a couple beers. I was drinking the Sky Porch from Carbach, which is a beer that's, as far as I'm aware, is exclusive just to the ballpark out there.
Nice.
Just to Globe Life Park, because like on the tap it says Sky Porch, and right under it has a Texas Ranger symbol, and I've never seen that beer anywhere.
Oh,
right. Yeah, all the beer stores that I go to and things like that, I have never seen that beer anywhere, which I would assume that I would. I see the Houston Astros beer out here, but I've never seen that beer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I need to go check it out. Apparently, if you got to go to the game, I was supposed to go today. Bosses, or it's like we were talking about. I was like, it's just too damn hot. And then of course Lizzie was sick. I'm like,
it's too hot for the indoor stadium. That's 70 degrees.
Well, I got an older car, so it's like driving, 50 minutes away in 107-degree heat, doing 90. I should have wear you down.
If you're driving 90, it's taking you way less. Carbach actually has a happy hour before some games. $4 per beer, great deal compared to how much beers cost otherwise. Yeah, it was like $12.99 for a tall boy,
right?
Which I think I saw on the bottom of the plastic cup. I think it's like 24 ounces.
Wow.
But yeah, $12.99 for those.
That's crazy. Oh, I can't remember what else I was trying to share. But I was trying to share some.
They've got a big Carbach Brewing out there in like left center field, like all the way up top.
Yeah.
And I was like, it feels like that's where I should be.
I feel like they should be down in Houston and not up here in Arlington. How about that? That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Take your ass back down to Houston.
Well, one, they brew good beer. Two, apparently no Fort Worth brewery stepped up. So that's on you, Fort Worth.
That's on Dallas Fort Worth right there for sure. There he is. There's that dork. Looks like he's you ever seen that movie 13 Ghosts?
Yes.
That's what he looks like. He looks like he's like there's ghosts
Matthew
around.
Lillard.
Yeah, he's like, that's how they can see him. Man, there was a couple that was
dude, that movie that's one of my favorite like scary movies.
Really?
13 Ghosts.
Yeah. I can watch it. For me, it's not like a scary, it's like a thriller, but it's would they classify as a horror movie? It's kind of a horror movie, right?
Yeah. It's classified as a horror.
That's one of those that I can watch. I've watched it before.
Really good movie.
Yeah. Really good movie.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a really good movie.
Cinematic masterpiece.
I wouldn't say a cinematic masterpiece, but it's no Starship Troopers, but
I've never seen that either.
What?
Yeah, we talked about this. I haven't watched it.
I think we got to do movie.
Look at that mustache.
Strikeout Beer movie of the week next week is Starship Troopers.
You say that every time. No, we're doing beer movies or nothing. I'm not doing that shit. I'll do it for like part-time nerd or something, but I'm not doing it just for Strikeout Beer. No, thank you.
You're so angry.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
No, you are.
Oh, possibly.
No.
We got the big inning on over here. I love it. You got the four teams going right, or four games going on right now. I love it.
8 teams.
Love MLB.TV, the 4 games. Look at that. That's a dinger. Ooh, take it off the screen. So no Matthew Siciliano. No way. No, is it Matthew Siciliano? Andrew Siciliano. No, Andrew Siciliano. I've never been more hurt in my life that now I got to deal with some asshole that I never even heard of. And I'm sure he does a great job. Listen, I'm sure he does a great job. Everybody, like half the country knows who he is. I never heard of this dude once. Andrew Siciliano is my guy that gets me to the red zone every single Sunday on the ticket. Did you sign up?
Not yet.
They had a $50 off.
It still is.
He was running wild the other day. Dela Cruz.
Run DLC.
Oh boy,
dude, I love that guy.
I was at it Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday, and they were like playing like challenging a play because they called him out, and they goes, and so they challenged it. And he goes, yeah, he's safe.
I absolutely love that kid. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
I don't think there's anybody in baseball that's more fun to watch right now.
He is. Him and Shohei Ohtani are absolutely just keeping the game so light.
Carroll is pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
The other rookie who's up on rookie of the year right now, but we'll see how the second half of the season plays out.
I mean, I would say so. I mean, he's the one that, hit him. Dude, I'd hit every Astro player if I could. I'd plunk every damn one of them. Did he jump into it?
Did you see Adolis got hit today?
That's the Giants. Yeah, he got hit on the elbow.
Right on the pad.
Yeah.
Right on the pad, but it bounced off the pad and hit him in the ribs.
Oof.
So
God. Yeah, I was listening to it. So I had the play-by-play up, and then I had 105.3 The Fan going, and one of them was delayed, the other one wasn't. So it's like, I'm watching it, and it would tell me what happened. It goes, oh, he got hit. I was like, damn, he got hit. Of course, I had to wait to listen to the what's it called? I'm sitting at my desk and whatnot.
So I heard, and I don't know if this is true. We'll have to check it out, but I've heard it's for like the Rangers and like the Astros because those are blacked out on MLB TV for us.
Okay.
If you wait till 90 minutes after the game starts, you can watch it.
90 minutes after.
Yeah.
So after half the game's over.
Well,
go ahead and
but just avoid it and then fire it up and watch it.
I'll start it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
That's what I heard.
We won't know until Thursday.
It was a reliable source that has it, and that's how he watches a lot of the games.
That's pretty genius. That means I would only catch the end of it because I'm not restarting it. I'm not going back in time.
Why not?
Because I'm not. That's why. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Jesus. Man, all I want to do is just go outside and smoke cigars. But it's so damn hot. We got to wait for it to get cool a little bit. It's 7:21 here in Texas. Oh yeah, we haven't hit anything. Huh?
We've talked about the Rangers.
All right, let's go. Let's. Oh, it's only been 18 minutes. God, it seems like it's been forever. Seems like we've been sitting here for like 45 minutes. Like God, I just want everything to be over right now. That's how much I'm over it right now.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You all right? You need a hug?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Old School, appreciate you hanging out there on YouTube. Everybody else that's on Twitch, thank you so much. Lizzie, get some rest, relax, enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
C to B.
So birthday dinners is what we got at the top.
What birthday dinners? What do you give me some background?
Oh, well, this was your topic. Who has to pay? Do you split the check? Do you
go out to dinner for birthdays? Like say it's like your mother or mother-in-law or
no.
Your mother, let's say mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. You ever go to dinner?
Yeah.
So like
we'll either take her to dinner or have her over at the house for dinner.
There you go. So you take her to dinner.
Yeah.
So you go to Longhorn or like something like that, right? Say Chili's, Fuddruckers. I don't give a shit.
Some Mexican restaurant.
Why you say it like that?
Just some Mexican restaurant.
It's always that?
Yeah, she loves Mexican food.
Tex-Mex or Mexican?
Mexican.
Okay. So you go like, where do you go? Like, just give me
I don't know. Like,
come on, I need you to go. I need
El Taco Burrito. I don't know, man. I don't know where these places are.
God, you're so fucking weird. All right. Oh God, yeah, dude, everybody's just getting plunked.
Did he just get hit in the junk?
What's he complaining about? Just get hit and move your ass to first. Oh, I got him in the. Nah, he's going. Oh, dude, nah, that's bullshit move right there.
He jumped out of the way, but it still got him.
He should have charged the mound. Like Barrios should have charged his ass.
Hey! First, that little guy ain't charging the mound.
That's what I'm saying. Barrios should have charged his ass. Kim ain't.
Now you got Tatis Jr. coming up.
Oh, come on, Tatis
today.
Come on.
Runners on first and second. But no,
I need a homer.
Fuddruckers' new slogan, because I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. All right. So say you go out you're taking a family member out, out to dinner, right? Like, so you go through the whole night, everybody's ordering food, blah, blah, blah. But you'll probably keep it, if you're taking them out, it's probably you, the girls, and then her, right? So not like extended anybody else tagging along?
Sometimes like other family members will come along.
So sometimes,
like
okay.
Yeah.
So when you start getting outside of your immediate family and you got like sisters and brother-in-laws and cousins and shit that all go out, now, how do you handle that situation? Are you picking up the birthday girl or guy's dinner, or are you just like, hey,
depending on the situation, right?
Okay, yeah, give me a situation.
So we take Liz's mom out. Yeah, okay. We usually pick it up, right?
Okay. When it's just y'all,
right? And sometimes it's like someone else is planning the birthday dinner.
I had to pay for my birthday dinner one time. Like, you know, we were like, my mom's like, hey, let's go out for your birthday. I go, all right, that's fine. And then the check came, that check got slid right in front of me.
For everybody or just for you?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Lizzie, I swear to God, Lizzie can attest to this. And if I got to get her out of bed, maybe I'll have her call in.
Or she can just comment.
Yeah, or she could tell us, because I don't remember where we were. I can't remember if like Kobe Steakhouse or something. But it wasn't Fuddruckers, I'll tell you that.
Bob's Steak and Chop House. But no, so like if it's something that like, because like we'll organize something, and we'll tell the family like, hey, we're taking Tanti. That's what we call Liz's mom, Tanti, out for dinner. If you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. And then I'll pay for me and the girls and Tanti, and then everyone else pays for their meals.
Okay, so you do a little pregame and you just let them know the expectation.
Well, no, there's no expectation. No, and that's just the way it is. Like,
well, it's expectation. Like as far as like, hey, pay for yourself, right? Did he plunk him too? Oh, okay, he got out of the way.
But it's just, hey, here's what we're doing. We're taking her out to dinner. If you want to come, cool. If you don't,
yeah,
whatever. I don't care.
All right.
No sweat on. I'd rather you not come.
Yeah, I mean that's usually the thing, right? You'd rather just no one be.
Ever since near. Doug 1.0 ain't around, I'm just like, yeah, you guys just stay home.
Yeah, stay home, you bunch of weirdos. Double play ball since he turns it. Oh,
no, and it's always been, you know, you take care of yourself, right?
Right.
Now,
right.
like sometimes there's been like where like one of Liz's sisters is up, like, hey, we're taking mom out for dinner. Do you guys want to come with us? And then whoever it is that says that they're taking her out, they're typically paying for her dinner.
Right.
And then they pay for and then we pay for ours, right?
Okay.
And we're just going along as part of the birthday celebration.
You don't chunk like a 20 in the pot to take care of maybe a little bit of whoever's birthday it is?
No, because it's just kind of just the way when you're ordering, typically they're like, hey, I've got you let the waiter or waitress know up front.
This is on this check. This is on this check.
You make it easy on them.
Absolutely.
Right?
Most smart people do.
Make it easy on
intelligent
them.
people.
Most good waiters and waitresses will ask you,
are we on the same check?
Hey, am I putting this all together? How are we splitting this up?
There you go.
They'll ask you up front, but yeah, we let them know up front so that we don't have to go through the whole rigmarole later in the evening.
Well,
right?
I mean, going to a restaurant is in fact itself a rigmarole.
It is, but
shout out to the league.
If you can make it easy on your server, make it easy on them.
All right.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how we do it. I know, like we've done things where like me and you have gone out, and me, you, and Lizzie have gone out for like your birthday, and I've just always picked up. Well, I've always just picked up the tab for both of you, right? There's been times where the three of us have gone out for my birthday, and you guys have picked up my tab.
Person in the bathroom when the check comes that gets to pay.
Because everyone else is already gone.
So what drove this was a staged video on Twitter.
Definitely a stage. Hostile.com coming with that tier 1 sub for 21 months. I do pick up time for both of you two.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
what's up,
we love you, Hostel.
Love you. Yeah. So this video that came out and everybody's like losing their mind. And of course, everybody's got an opinion. And it's like, this is fake as shit. Most things are fake.
Because I've seen other people come out. It's like, hey, this same creator posted this same style video 6 months ago. Here it is.
Yeah, they're just kind of replaying the hits, right? Because that's all they got.
You play what gets the views, right?
Yeah. So it's a family or whatever of idiots out in a restaurant just acting assholes and stuff like that.
It's a $4,600 tab. And they're like, we got to split it equally, except for the birthday girl. She's not paying for anything. Everyone else splits it equally. The dude's like, dude, you guys were getting this, and this. I had water and a salad and a burger, and you got, lobster tails and steak.
And that's one of the things I will say this. When we go out, I generally, as big as I am, I eat lighter than most people, because by the time we go to dinner, it's like, if you're doing like a nice dinner, it's like 8:00 or something like that. I've already eaten. I've already ate. And I'm already like 6 beers in. So I'm already full. So like by the time we get there, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a salad. That's how I got salmonella that one time at like what is the name of that damn restaurant? Longhorn or some shit. Like we went out one night, it was Justin, Cecilia, and like their kids and whatever, me and Lizzie, and everybody's ordering steaks and porterhouses and all this kind of shit. I go, I'd like a Caesar salad, please, or whatever. It almost killed me.
But you didn't say hold the salmonella.
Dude,
that's on you.
That's
on you.
It almost killed me. And I'm like, you know what? I'll never do that shit again. But when they chop stuff up, I'm one of those people that are like, well, I'll pay whatever. If we're doing it, that's it. But when we're in a setting or something like that, I'm like, well, I eat light. I don't eat like full course, like full big ass meals at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, just because that's just how I don't do it. But, if we're hanging out, like, because my dad, back when we used to go like for Thanksgiving or something like that, we'd be the day after Thanksgiving, we'd all head to the boat up in Cincinnati or Indiana or Ohio. Biggest, one of the nice like steak restaurants up like Malone's in Lexington, or we go over to a different steak restaurant.
Carl Malone's.
It's just called Malone's. And so anyways, and so of course,
it was
my dad, he's going to pick up the check. He just always does. So, well, me being me, I don't order steak. I never order steak. When my dad's paying, I order a salad, like a nice salad, or I order like chicken fried chicken. I'm the most redneck ass dude
I
ever.
love chicken fried chicken. Yeah. Hey, if you get me on a menu you got chicken fried chicken there, I'm like, hey, can I get that chicken fried chicken?
And so that's how I do it. And everybody else is ordering like $60, fillets and shit. I'm like, no, I need like $17 salad.
I just like, that's just my nature. Like I can't go and order like a $90 meal for myself.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
I've done it before. Now, me and Lizzie, we go out and we splurge amongst ourselves, but I never do that in front of anybody else. Like if it's a party of like, whatever, if I'm there with my father or something like that, or if I'm there with other people, I don't do it because I don't know why, but I don't. But if it's me and Lizzie, I tell Lizzie to order whatever she wants, and then I get whatever I want.
No, I tell Lizzie, I tell Liz to order whatever she wants. When me and her go out, and like we've gone to Bob's a couple times and had.
I love Bob's.
We've had some tabs or $200 to $300 and things like that, but that's just it's we get appetizers because we're going out and we're having fun, right?
Yeah.
We're going to Bob's. That's maybe like a once a year type thing, and so it's like, hey, we'll get ourselves a couple appetizers, we'll get ourselves a meal.
Got that glazed carrot.
That carrot. We'll get, we'll have a few drinks.
You'll do some wine and shit.
Little dessert. No, not typically wine. Like I'll order a couple beers and things like that. Yeah. Like the last several times we've gone, like Liz, she just doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just me drinking. She'll have a couple drinks off of like the beers that I have and things like that. But
gotcha.
For the most part, it's just me, and she's not drinking, so I'm just
going to town.
I'm trying to get one of everything. It's like I'm hunting Pokemon. I got to catch them all.
I don't know what the deal is with me, man. I'll be honest with you. It's just one of those things where if it's me and Lizzie or me, like even with my brother, like me and my brother and then the wives, right? So the brothers and the wives, we'll go balls, we'll go walls, right? It's, we're at Bob's, we got bottles of wine coming, but I still go cheap. I don't do they're all doing a surf and turf and all this shit. I'm like, no.
Get the $10 surf and turf.
I know. I was like, we can get this somewhere else, right?
It's Thursdays.
You just gotta go Thursdays at lunch. But yeah, no, I don't know what it is. But so I saw this video. I'm like, this is fake as shit. Like just everything else, right? Everything's fake. And it's like everything comes out. It's like, okay, so it reminded me of other situations that I've seen before in other videos and other things like that, where you have a bunch of people who act like they're in a different tax bracket, right? Like they got.
Well, that leads into the next topic where you want to talk about like, why do people like to act like they don't have money when they can't finance a trip to the zoo?
I'm like, you're wearing $400 shoes, or allegedly. You're doing this, you think, whatever, this and that or whatever, but then you drive around in a fucking 89 Camry that's busted as shit. The
like, $30,000 millionaires.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Dallas is littered with them. But I just don't get the mindset by someone that wants to think that they're wealthy or they want to show people like, what are you really doing? Because I'll be honest with you, the truth's going to come out.
I've never been that guy. Like, especially like shoes, like most of the time with shoes, I'm going to like Academy and I'm getting a $30 pair of New Balance. Right?
I'll go Hundo every so often because I want a nice shoe. Now Lizzie, she'll get me some expensive shoes.
I hadn't bought an expensive pair of shoes for myself in a while. Yeah. Now my kids, like I bought them. I think for like Kinsey, I just bought her.
Cheers from Argentina. What's up? How we doing?
Mazel, good things, brother.
Yeah, cheers to that.
But like I bought her like a $60 pair of like Vans.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Vans are like 50, 60, 70 bucks. It's just what it is.
But even when I bought those, they were kind of on sale. And like I bought both the kids some expensive pair of Vans, but they'll get them and they'll wear them a while. And they'll
wear the shit out of them.
Right?
Yeah.
But like
we still buy Junior fucking Vans every year.
I'll spend the money on them, but I don't spend the money on me.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like just as a parent, I'll spend the money on my kids and I'll go cheap on myself.
Dylan Busby in the house. Cheers to Dylan Buzz. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, like currently, like I'm rocking this $15 pair of Walmart shoes right now.
Yeah, I saw them. That's why I told you to take them off. Put them outside and burn those fucking things while you're at it. For me, yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Now I like a good pair of shoes. I like, but like most of my shirts, like here you
go. What we got here, Jeff? I bought my first pair of shoes that cost me more than $30 only because I was prepping for the 12 miles I walked at the Disneyland. Otherwise, cheap flip flops are my go-to. I most of the time, like my go-to is like here lately, it's been Crocs. But like I bought a pair of Crocs and I spent like $40 on them.
Yeah.
But like I'll wear the crap out of them. Yeah. Right. And I've had them for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
I would say most of my expensive stuff comes from Lizzie. Like if she wants me to wear certain shoes or something like that, like she's like, oh, hey, wear these. You're gonna like them or whatever. And I'm like, okay, fine. Hey, nice pour.
Got the rapid A pour going on here.
And but yeah, I mean, when I see people wearing like super expensive clothes and like over the top shit, I'm like, I mean, what one, are you in severe debt? And two, like, are they real? I got some Bolexes running around in the house. I got this and that. Hey, I've been in New York. That's goddamn it. That's what you do. You buy some fake shit while you're up there. I mean, but I've also gotten the bill for some real shit, and I'm like, I don't like spending that much money on that kind.
I don't like spending that much money on myself.
I'll buy other stupid shit.
Now I'll spend money on Liz and the girls, right? I had 1 year where I bought Liz a couple Coach bags. Now I did buy them when they were like on sale and stuff like that, but I spent more than I typically would on that stuff, but it was something for her, right?
Yeah.
But like on myself, I have a problem spending money on myself.
Yeah, I really do think it's a different, just where we're at, who we are, and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, what are we trying to fucking impress somebody? No, we're kind of already set on. We got kids, all that kind of stuff. So I think your mindset changes, as it should, because now it's not all about you. It's about all these other damn kids that you got. Thou shalt not covet. There you go. Look, Dylan, Reverend Dylan's in the house.
Reverend Dylan Busby in the house.
Speaking of Dylan Busby, like to give a little thanks, a shout out, a cheers. He had us on Mostly Football this past Sunday night. We did a mock draft with him. It was our first mock draft of the season. Both of us were there. Yes. You went full homer, and you never go full homer.
I did not go full homer.
But yeah, cheers to Dylan. You
drafted like 2 Lions.
You can check out that podcast, I think, wherever you enjoy your podcast or streaming. It's called Mostly Football. You can find them on Facebook and YouTube as well. We've shared the link, and you can check that out on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and things like that.
And if you check out Mostly Football, especially if you catch their live show, just ask Nate why he's ducking me.
Oh, he's ducking. He's ducking hard.
Yeah. He didn't show up to his own podcast on Sunday.
Yeah. You drafted 3. There you go. Yeah, you dick.
Well, one was just a defense. Like, the defense doesn't count.
Yeah, that counts. No. Dylan, you're going to lose your mind when you listen to the defense rankings. He ranked the 25th.
Whoa! Hey, he's got to listen to catch that information.
He already knows.
Don't give up the calf for free.
He already knows what happened. Like this effing guy. So, but yeah, no, something. And with that video, it kind of bothered me because, well, listen, when we go to Vegas and things like that, everybody acts that way. You're out there, you're having a good time, throwing money around, just like,
we've never acted that way when we've gone.
Well, yeah, no, we're normal people. Montgomery, Goff, and Laporta. There you go. Yeah. So there you are. There's the 3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I support that.
Hell,
back up those picks.
And not only that, but how many previous Lions did he pick? Like add 2 more on that.
I don't think so.
Jamal Williams.
Okay.
And then did you go Hawkinson?
No, I went Laporta.
Okay, you went Laporta? I'll have to see. I'll see.
No, I did. I went Laporta. He said I went Laporta.
I'm talking about another player, like either another spare-ass running back or receiver. It was a terrible draft for you.
He had 17 touchdowns last year.
Well, yeah, because they didn't utilize anybody else. They just said, hey, fuck it, fall in the end zone. but anyways, yeah, no, even when you, I don't know. So it stuck out. I'm like, Jesus, this is what we're at in the world. You know, I knew it was fake and it looked fake as shit to begin with, but
we're not there. That's the thing. We're there where people fake stuff for clicks. And views,
dude, that happens.
Right.
That fucking happens.
But,
that absolutely happens.
And it's just weird. Cause like I talked about, like when it's just weird because like I have a dynamic with you where like we'll go out and we take turns covering each other. Right. We'll go out and like you'll cover me a couple times. I'll go out and I'll cover you a couple times. It's just kind of like a natural kind of like ebb and flow of things. Right?
Yeah, sure.
And we're never worried about the bill. There's been a few times we've gone out and we've kind of argued over who's covering it. Right. And it just depends on who gets their card to the server first.
Yeah.
Right. But
like my brother and I have a similar thing where, you know, when we go golfing, right? We go golfing on Tuesday afternoons or something like that. And it's
first one to get there.
Well, well, we book it on like Golf Now, right? So whoever paid for golf doesn't have to pay for drinks.
Okay.
Which you want to pay for golf because you don't want to pay for drinks.
I'm confused over the fact that you guys buy drinks and don't bring your own.
Well, because we pretty much we play straight up, and then we're in the clubhouse, and so you know, so when you buy, you reserve golf, even if it's like $80 for two people, $100 for two people, whatever.
Still cheaper than buying the drinks.
When you get there, you're like, can I get 6 to go? And then, you know, then you come around the turn. Can we get 6 more? And then the food. It's like, as you're like on the 13th hole, can we get 6 more? It's like, God damn it.
And then you're done. You're like, can I get 6 more?
And you sit around and always have another one. Yeah. Oh my God. It's crazy.
It's just, I see stuff like that. And it's a little confusing to me because just, I've never had a situation like that.
You know, right? You have people that are kind of all about themselves, right? And there's it's a growing concern, I think, here in America and across the world, where people are more about themselves, more about their own situation, more about their own clout or this and that, blah blah blah. It's like, you know, they're selling themselves as an own individual item or something like that, like, rather than just being a person and enjoying life or being a part of society, like a functioning member of society, not just like a peasant or a leech or something like that. And you just want to just fucking live. You know what I mean? Just have fun or whatever. What are you trying to impress these people for? What? Like, what's the ultimate goal? You're trying to impress them. The truth's going to come out. If you're a broke ass who doesn't do anything.
And like, for me, like something goes back to like the friends group that I had, like through my mid 20s and 30s and things like that. We took care of each other. Like when it was someone's birthday, everyone went out, and whoever's birthday it was, you just always knew you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Someone was going to cover you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was usually a few different people, because you'd go out and you'd go out. You'd go out for pre-game drinks.
Yeah.
And then you'd go to dinner, and then you'd go to a bar, and maybe you go to another one. And typically someone different covered you at each stop along the way. But it wasn't just that. It was always like, hey, we are going out. And if you had one friend who's like, I can't go out tonight, funds are short.
Yeah.
And someone will be like, nope, you're coming.
Yeah, just come on, man.
And you would cover them, because at some point in time, you're going to be the one who's short.
Yeah.
And they would cover you because they were good. And so we never had any issues with that or any problems with that. We did a lot of like house party type stuff where it was like, we're out front drinking in the driveway, a little driveway drinking, a little driveway drink. Maybe pull the barbecue grill out, and it's like, hey, we're grilling, bring your own meat and bring your beer, and let's just go.
There you go.
You know? So it just, I see things like that and I'm just confused by it, because you got a group of friends and you just take care of your friends. Right?
Different world, man.
Yeah.
Different. Is that Junior? Robert Jr.? Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking. A little dinger action off of Verlander. I mean, he's still winning, but you know.
Is that 9-1?
It's 5-1, but I'm saying he's still winning in life.
Verlander, he's always winning in life.
Watch his pitch, this big old meatball he puts up there, and this
dude's a multiple time Cy Young winner, league MVP, World Series champion. Oh, and he goes home to Kate up tops.
What do we got next?
I don't know, man. You went to a convention this last weekend.
Yeah. Intervention or a convention?
Not an intervention.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I went out I talked about this. I was streaming or whatever this weekend, and I was like, you know what? Let's go out to Hunters Con.
Texas
Haunters Convention.
Yeah.
And so we went out there several years ago, Lizzie and I. And
was that the same one? Because I went out to that one with you guys, right? Was that same one?
Hell, I think TJ showed up at that one, right?
TJ did show up. Yeah,
it might have been. And it was, for me, it was more of a, not like someone selling knickknacks or artists and stuff like that. It was about like, it had like about haunting and people who had haunts, little.
We went to that one and there were several that like people were there set up and they like run haunted houses during Halloween and things like that. Real quick, Slappy's in the house.
Slap.
People say circumstances don't hurt. I disagree. I got circumcised when I was born and I couldn't walk for a year.
Oh, Jesus. Way back. Oh, what a catch.
That was nice.
What a catch.
But yeah, it was that. It was so the crazy thing was like, so you had when we went, this was back before COVID when we went, but you had like the main stage where they had a bunch of like horror icons showing up and talking about their experiences on set and people talking to them about the characters they played and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then you had some vendors that were selling like a bunch of like Halloween type stuff, scary stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the ones that run the haunted houses and you had all of them. And you had a few booths of people that run they did like special effects and things.
You're right about that, old school.
For that. And then you had in like a back corner away from everything else, you had your artists and comic creators and things.
Right.
But we went out there and we just had a blast. What old school had to say?
Old school said, keep your good friends close. You never know when you don't have any because you don't like any of the other ones. There you go.
Yeah.
On the point of covering your boys, you were right about the state of relationships in general. Hate to sound old, but hanging out feels less important because we're all connected through our phones. Yeah. I'm still good friends with people that I consider good friends with people, and I haven't seen them in 5 years.
Yeah.
But we talk.
I ain't seen Mike Graham in a while, but you know what? If he gave me a call right now and said, I need you, show's over. I'm out.
Or he'd just be like, hey, let's go get a beer. Like, okay.
Yeah. Mike Graham hits me up right now, says, let's go get a beer. Show's over. Sorry.
He'd probably just show up here, though, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Because he knows where we are.
Yep.
And knows he's got the open invite. So,
mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah.
But for that, I love the con. I had a blast there. They had like karaoke going on. It was really big. They had all these tables set up in the main ballroom. So you had karaoke. You had costume contest for kids and adults.
They had karaoke going.
They had all kinds of shit, man, and video games set up. I
like video games.
But like 3D, like you're standing there, and the screen's in front of you, so you're interacting and shit. Then you
like
go
VR,
VR
type
stuff. But you don't have the headset on though. But it's the big screen, and then you can see zombies or some shit coming at you, and you're like karate chopping the F out of them. And so, anyways, then you go into the big room, then it's, vendors, right? You're talking comic book artists, booths and stuff like 3D prints, fucking cups, props, people that are actually haunters. You can go into a fucking haunted house in that damn thing.
Oh, damn.
People show you how to do smoke machine shit. I mean, they had some cool, creative stuff.
That's cool.
And so I was like, let's go out there and see what's going on. We're big Halloween folks. So we go in there and we take another lap. We run into Chris and McLean.
Yeah.
Say hi to them because, we got to say hi. And I was like looking around like, okay, a lot of vendors. Like the whole fucking place was vendors. Like it was bonkers.
You were telling me about these 3D print vendors that was like,
yeah, no, they're crazy. You had 5 food trucks out front, barbecue, tacos, all kinds of shit. Like, I mean, I just wanted to eat everything, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. We got to get back to Dallas because the storm was coming through. You can see it coming. The storm was about to hit out there. And, but yeah, no. So the 3D prints, the cups, and the other shit that we were kind of going around because we go out there as a scouting adventure.
Okay. We
want to see how people were set up, and we like to see prices. These fucking people are bonkers. Like you're talking, who pays $40 for like one tumbler?
But they were though, right? Did you see people buying that stuff?
I did not. I didn't see anybody buying, but I went on a Sunday. I was told on Saturday shit was popping like nut to butt, and people were
I saw
buying like
posts
crazy.
From like Chris and McLean, and they were talking about how it was pretty busy out there and stuff. So.
Yeah. And they were, of course, they're slinging their comics and everything like that, their prints and whatnot. Yep. I just don't know who was buying it.
Does a ton of horror comics. That's like Chris's like genre with his comics that he does.
Is it?
He's got the Ferryman and he's got
the Nut Patrol or
Nut Brigade.
Oh God,
Nut Brigade. which I wanted to. I didn't get in on the Kickstarter for that, And when I went to the store to go pick it up, he was already sold out. So I'm like, but I know he has them out at the show. So I just gotta go catch him out when the show so I can pick up the first issue.
It's crazier than shit. And like he's sitting there telling me about like the future of the upcoming ones.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there laughing my ass off listening to him and whatnot. But it's really cool. I wish I was more of a part of it. I was like, I totally forgot to fucking sign up and go out there and do it because it'd been perfect for us because it gives us a break. It's a break since the last thing we did, like the parking lot sale and all that other shit. And so it gives me a little halfway point before we get into Cowtown Comic-Con, which we'll be at. And I'm just like, dude. But I'm sitting there looking at these prices. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, am I super cheap? Or are they just like super greedy? Like, I don't know. I don't want to blame or talk shit. But
there's
con prices.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's prices and then there's con prices. And like you always pay up for a lot of stuff out at cons. I don't like to buy a lot of stuff at cons.
Yeah.
Now I will go around and I'll find some deals like Cowtown 2 years ago. We were going around looking for the first appearance of Damian Wayne.
Yep.
Because you guys wanted it for Junior.
Yep.
And so we found a copy for you guys. I think we paid like $30 for it or something like that. I think so. Right.
Yeah.
And the next day I was going around looking through booths and was going through a short box of Batman comics. And someone had the same book for $10. And I was like, I'm going to take you, but you can definitely find some deals out there. But most of the time at cons, you are going to pay higher prices. But that also comes with the fact that, those vendors have a pretty high buy-in. Like for them to get those booths, it's going to cost them a lot to get those booths. So
and gas and hotel and shit. Yeah.
Hotel. Some of them got to rent trucks to take their stuff out there.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the whole day before setting up your booth. There's a lot of costs that go into these conventions.
Yeah.
And so they got to charge a little bit more so they got to make their money.
Yeah.
So,
all you really have to do if you really you're out there to try to find a deal, just go on fucking Sunday. Go on Sunday afternoon because they're like, oh, we're willing to make some deals today because they are. Right.
But you can even find deals on Friday and Saturday.
You think so?
They're
not more willing to provide.
You can, if you go up to them and like, hey, what can we do on this?
What's the ABV on this thing?
I don't remember.
That dog.
But if you go and you just ask them, you could probably make some deals. Like I've never gone and been like, hey man, can you make a deal with me on this? And they look at me and be like, no.
Nah, beat it, kid. I'm busy.
I've always gone like, because again, most of the times the prices are a little bit higher. Again, you can find some deals, but hey, I'm interested in these two books. Can you make me a deal if I buy the two of them and things like? And they're going to.
Yeah.
They want to sell the stuff.
Yeah. Let's just say this.
Don't insult them, right? Don't go up there and it's a book that's typically, if you were to buy it outside of a con, it's $500. You're like, hey man, can you give me this book for $200? No, now you're being a dick, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like, hey, you've got the book at $500, hey, can you give it to me for $450? Odds are they're probably going to say yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of 3D prints and things like that, though, and when I compare it to my prices and our prices and things like that, you can find any of the prints that you see on our YouTube page and things like that over at Allen's, the Antique Mall in Hearst, and then there's another one.
So we've got Lone Star Antique Mall out there in Haltom City on Denton Highway, and then we have Mid Cities Antique Mall over off Pipeline and Precinct Line out there in Hearst, Texas.
There you go. That's where the prints are sitting right now before we get to the show. The show is September 30th and October 1st out at Cowtown Comic-Con at the Will Rogers Memorial Center in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun out there. Now you're gonna have a booth, and we're gonna combine.
I got to hit up Cowtown and make sure they still have booths.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
But
so we're gonna do an end cap. So it'll be your stuff on one half and our stuff on the other half. But it'll be one of those things where we always kind of work together and in conjunction and whatever. We just want to take over the whole fucking place. And then if we're both out there and we're all having fun, we're gonna bring back interviews. We're gonna talk to people and. We'll probably have, if we have power, we'll probably have a little TV and a little Super Nintendo or something set up out there to a little goof around. But I'm going to have like I said, I'm going to do the 18-inch Pikachu raffle. Like I said,
that's awesome.
$5 for one ticket or 3 for 10. And
hell, if you sell one ticket for $5 and that's all you got,
that's it.
Someone got that. They got that for $5.
$5. Oh, I'm giving it away. That shit ain't coming back with me.
It's not coming home. There's no room in the truck.
That's exactly how, because you know what? I buy too much shit and I ain't got room for the stuff I bought and then all that stuff. What do we got next?
So we talked to this owner. Let's talk mock draft.
Oh, okay. I thought we just did. Did we not?
I mean, we
glanced over it. Let's go.
Okay. I mean, if you're done, okay, well, I'll move on to the next one.
Oh, mock draft. Tell me how what's your thoughts and any surprises, shocks, anything like that. And then give us a background on what we're talking about. Recap.
So we did a mock draft. Mr. Dylan Busby reached out to us from Mostly Football and said, "Hey guys, you want to do a mock draft with us?" He reached out to us for a while ago.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then he reached out to us last week, said, "Hey, are you guys available this weekend?" And we're like, "Okay, yeah, what day?" He said Sunday, 8:00. We're like, "Yeah, let's go."
Righteous Gemstones and the pings are on at that time, so we got to make it quick.
But yeah, we did it, and you know what? We had a blast. We had a good time. We did over on Sleeper, which I enjoyed doing the mock draft on Sleeper because we had the 3 people that were in it. The others were auto draft, and there's no time limit, right? So we were able to sit down and talk about, all 3 of us before we made our pick. Okay, here's what I'm looking at. Let me give you my thoughts. Here's what, and these are typically like conversations that go on in your head when you're doing a draft within a matter of a minute. But we were spending a few minutes to a little bit more time to go over it, just to kind of break it down for the people watching.
Which was a lot of fun. It was fun to talk about it.
It was
Some
a good
of us
time.
got a little long-winded along the way, but like, all right, let's pick it up.
And it was bouncing it off of each other too, right? Like there at one point in time, you're like, well, I'm looking at when you drafted Justin Herbert. And you're like, oh, well, I'm thinking about looking at him. And I'm telling you, I was like, hey, if you don't take him, he ain't going to be there on the turn because I'm going to take him when he comes to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I took him right about the right time.
It's
got good value, I think.
There was a lot of conversations like that and a lot of conversations of, well, here's what I'm looking at. Here's who I'm looking at. And us kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, which is cool when you're going through a mock draft. You don't get that a lot. So it was a good time. I actually think I might do some of my the mock drafts that I do for the Discord and the Patreon. I think I'm probably going to use Sleeper so that I can do that same thing. Right.
Yeah. I sat there and I thought, because I was supposed to do like mock drafts like 2 weeks ago. I think I was going to start doing Monday night mock drafts, sit there and have a beer and all that. But
at this point in time, we've already started them.
Dude, I'm like so freaking just like, you know what, I'm not doing it. But yeah, now it was fun to finally break it and get into it. Now I'm like, man, I'm sitting there going through the draft and it's like, by the time you're done, you either have a really good feeling about it or you have a bad feeling or you're just completely indifferent. You don't know what the hell's going on. And it even confuses you more throughout how the season's going to go. But there's one thing we always tell everybody. It's know who you're playing, know who you're drafting against. And if you don't, that's a disadvantage and it's wild card, right? You got Charlie in there, just wild card bitches. You know what I mean? Like, God, dog.
I watched that
There's
first,
Corbin. He's up.
That first Always Sunny wild card episode. Not that long ago, because there's a couple different ones.
I cut the break, bitches.
But yeah, that was I think he cuts the brakes a couple times. And the first time, the very first one, they're like, the brakes aren't working. What's going on? And Charlie's just like, wild card, bitches.
He goes, yeah. He's like, the brakes aren't working. He goes, because I cut the brakes. It's like,
what? Because I'm wild card. Yeah, it's freaking great. God. But I love doing mock drafts. I love being able to talk about it.
I mean, that's how we started this whole thing.
But also, like the big thing is, like we've talked about, is like do a little bit of research going into it and have your board and trust your board. And also, don't be afraid to reach for a player because you've got certain players that you want, and especially if like I ended up having like the first pick. So when it rolls around to me, there's a couple times where I was like, look, I'm probably taking this guy 2 rounds early. But if I don't take him now, he won't be here when it comes back to me. I'm okay taking him early because I feel really good about this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting another pick for another 20 picks. So,
right.
You
so
gotta go.
It's hey, and everyone's like, well, what about all these players in front? Well, I don't like those guys. I like this guy.
Yeah.
This is my guy.
Oh God. When you get in some of those rounds, you're sitting there looking at you're looking at names like, I don't want any of these guys. I wish I could just punt. I wish I could just keep the pick and just throw me somewhere else.
There's a couple times where we're like, here's what I think about right now. I don't like anybody at the top.
Yeah. You're sitting there scrolling all the way down. You're like, now I feel a little bit more comfortable.
It was towards the end, like when I drafted Isaiah Hodgkins, I was like, I don't like anybody up here. I'm drafting a wide receiver. I'm going to scroll down 30 wide receivers and draft this guy because I feel better than him about the 30 guys ahead of him.
We appreciate you being there, old school. We really do.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. And it does, to be honest with you, if you can sit there and watch people draft and hear the commentary about it, and then that you're going to be drafting against them later, it's a lot of information. It really is. And that's what we give out and put out there. I liked how Alan would elaborate on his pick a lot. Dude, he wouldn't shut the hell up. I was like, I got to go. Like, this guy's talking about 20 minutes about how his pick or
never
whatever.
Talked for 20 minutes about any of my picks.
Good God almighty.
Most of my time I just spent like just appeasing you because you're like, I was like, so here with this, you're like, come on with it. I was like, I've been on the clock for 10 seconds, bro.
Well, that's how it works, right? Like, after your first, like, say 4 or 5 picks, now you're just like, let's just hammer these things out. Like, even like a real draft, like, we take a break after so many rounds. We jump in the pool. We get another drink or another plate of food or something like that. We relax. It's like a 10, 15-minute break where we all get to just kind of chill, relax. And
we're also trying to extend that draft too.
Yeah.
The Gangster League draft.
But we have so many hours in South Lake, and we extend them till when we got to leave.
Yeah.
And we're out of there before we have to leave. So, but yeah, it's fun. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you being there.
Yeah.
What do we got?
I'm going to keep on. Do you want to keep going with NFL or talk WNBA?
Let's go NFL because let's get that out of the way.
Running backs.
Well, I would say not only running backs, but like also Zach Martin was just popped up about how he's not getting paid enough.
Those are different.
But you have a bunch of NFL guys, running back specific, that are not getting their contracts, not getting large contracts, not getting paid essentially. And now they're kind of talking about sitting out the season. We're going to hold out. We're going to, they're looking for that extension before their contract comes up. And they feel undervalued, underrespected, underappreciated. And you have like Derrick Henry saying like, well, just get rid of the position altogether. Like, if we got rid of the position altogether, you wouldn't be in the league. You'd do something else. And yeah, he could do something else. He could be a linebacker or a tight end or some shit. I mean, he's the guy's talent, right? So there's a laundry list of guys, starting with Saquon Barkley, who's come out and talked about how he's going to possibly sit out for the 2023 season, along with a handful of the guys that are just dying, just like, hey, I'm looking for my contract. Like, Tony Pollard is going to get the franchise tag as well. And it's starting. You think they'll be getting hurt easily now? I'm just saying, listen, I told Alan, I go, look, pay these guys $50 million a year. I go, but you got to pay, you get docked $5 million every game you don't play because of injury or some other stupid shit. Lamar just got paid. He's been holding out. There's a reason he didn't play Jordan this season. He was hurt, but he could have played.
He probably could.
He could have played.
But at the same time, so you were talking about like guys like with their contracts that aren't up yet who are talking about holding out. My big focus is on the guys that their contracts are up and they're getting franchise tagged,
like Tony Pollard
or Tony Pollard,
Saquon.
Josh Jacobs,
Josh
Saquon.
Yeah.
Although, hey, I get not paying Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
I get that one. But like Saquon, no, I don't understand that. But then you've got guys like Dalvin Cook, who just got cut, who's 27 years old, who's had over 1,100 yards rushing the last 4 seasons, who's showing no signs of slowing down or anything like that. It's typically another 3 years before they start showing signs of wearing down and running down. He went through a couple seasons where he missed a few games, but last season he played all 17.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they rewarded him by cutting him.
I think,
and the fact that he hasn't been signed yet is crazy to me.
I think it's one of those things like, how many running backs are on your team? How many starting running backs you have? 1, right? How many starting receivers?
Roll 2 out there.
Well, I'm just saying, how many starting receivers you have? 3.
Yeah.
So it starts, you're at a position that has 1 person, and do you have to be great? I mean, it helps, right? Yeah. If you're a stud,
but we're not talking about Matt Breida here. Okay.
What's wrong with Matt Breida? Don't you besmirch Matt Breida.
Nothing. But we're talking about like Saquon Barkley and Dalvin Cook, which are on a different level than a Matt Breida. Okay.
Are you saying a Breida?
Like a Matt Breida.
Oh, okay.
So like a running back of the same value of like a Matt Breida versus a Saquon or a Dalvin Cook, which are far and away starting running backs for a team.
I don't like
Any team you add them on, they're going to do nothing but improve that team's talent and ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Saquon goes anywhere and that team just takes off, huh?
That team's better than what they were without him.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, sure. Yeah. How much do you think Saquon's worth a year? I mean, the last big contract was Nick Chubb, if I'm not mistaken. He's the last one that got a big one.
What Chubb get?
I don't know, man. That's crazy, Chubb. Chubb.
Crazy Chubb.
That's crazy, Chubb. Yeah, Nick signed a 4-year, $7.3 contract with the Browns, including a $3.4 million signing. How the hell is this? This is not new.
That's not right.
3-year, $36 million. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
So
including a $12 million signing bonus, $20 million guaranteed. So there you go.
I would say someone like Saquon's worth that. Yeah.
I mean, current value, it's probably a little bit more. You're probably making close to 15 to 16,000.
But I'm just saying, like,
how about $45 and a ham sandwich? Black Forest. Isn't that what the thing is? It's the forest or whatever.
That's a style.
I don't know, the forest or whatever that's on the. I see it's
Forest,
red.
yeah.
It's red with red lettering and white outline. Boar's Head.
Boar's Head. Oh, I'm in on that. Boar's Head is where it's at.
There you go.
But yeah, no, you've got running backs just don't get paid. And like someone put out there, you've had the very misleading stat that running backs are paid less than kickers, which every team only has one kicker, right? Whereas teams have 3 running backs, 4 running backs, and your third, fourth running back, maybe even your second running back aren't paid much.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want to have a stand out there, it has to be your number one running back versus your number one kickers.
Let's take a look at this real quick. So you have Saquon and Josh Jacobs, both have 0 guaranteed contracts right now, right? Christian McCaffrey's leading the way. He's got a $64 million total contract, about $16 million a year, 36 guaranteed, fully guaranteed. I don't know what total and fully guaranteed means. It doesn't make any sense. Then you got Alvin Kamara, $75 million. He ain't fucking peeping. He ain't saying anything because that sorry ass is like, slapping Uber drivers and punching fucking, dads on weekends in Vegas.
No content.
Yeah. Derrick Henry's got 50 mil with an average of 12 mil. Nick Chubb's got 36, like I said, with an average of 12. Aaron Jones is at 23 with an average of 11.
And I think it was like Saquon didn't want to reset the running back market. Like he wasn't looking to be the highest paid running back.
I mean, he's making 10 right now. So where does he want to go? About 12? Because resetting it would be anywhere between, well, I guess you say you want to be the top. You want to be like 16 million.
Well, no, being the top is resetting the market.
Well, no,
right?
If you match the top, though, you're not resetting it. Like the new top is 16 million. If you get 16 million a year, then yeah, I'd pay him an extra 6 million a year. Why not? Right? Long term, no, because he can't stay healthy. I don't think any of these guys can stay healthy. I feel bad for when you go all the way down and you look at like players that like seriously have put up a shitload of yards and their value to the team. Austin Eckler, 24 million total, average of $6 million total, guaranteed 15, fully guaranteed 13. Unrestricted free agent in 2024. Austin Eckler is amazing. He is damn amazing. He's better than Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs. I would say Saquon's in there as far as being up there with CMC. But yeah, you talk about that. Dave Montgomery has an $18 million contract, average of 6. Hell, Mixon's 11, average of 5.75. That's nuts.
And here's the thing with like Saquon, like he turned down a deal during the season last week that would have given him 13 million a year with a guaranteed figure around 19.5 million. He's wanting a guaranteed number of 22.5. So he just wants 3 million more in guaranteed money.
That'd put him ahead of Nick Chubb and below Derrick Henry. Yeah, no, I'm in on that.
That's
like you can't make that happen. The problem is
he's younger than both of those guys.
That's what I'm saying. The problem is Alvin Kamara's dumbass got 75 million, and he is like,
but he's just looking for 22 million guaranteed versus 19 million.
Yeah, just pay him an extra 3 mil. Like, is that going to make he won't play this year? Is that worth $3 million to you?
Right.
And merch alone, is that worth $3 million?
just in wins, right?
Dude, Bijan is 22 mil. Ain't played one damn game. His entire contract is guaranteed. It's fully guaranteed. He's going to make $5.5 million a year with the Falcons.
$4 million, $22 million guaranteed.
$22 million fully guaranteed.
That's a 4-year deal, right?
I don't know.
4-year with a 5th-year option.
It's
I think by the team.
Yeah, 2027 unrestricted free agent.
But
wow, Jesus. But that's why, that's why you see it, because there was a lot of stupid shit that was done. And now, like, when CMC gets $64 million and then Alvin Kamara gets $75 million, that's where you see a breakdown in like stupidity.
But Kamara got that money before he started slapping people around.
Yeah, he did. But then again, he wasn't worth it then either way because of the simple fact.
He got that contract back when Drew Brees was still on the team and back when he was still producing.
I was away from the page. Let me see what we got here. We got Old School Wizard in the house from YouTube. We're kind of a transition from bell count down to the running backs to pass catching running backs. All the kids coming up will be pass catching RBs. I don't know about that. You get a big pound, ground and pound fella. The league has made it that way, unfortunately. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, you look at the top, right? McCaffrey, he can catch the ball. Kamara can catch the ball.
McCaffrey can.
Henry can do. He can throw the ball, catch the ball, run the ball. Nick Chubb runs the ball. He is not a pass catcher. He can, but they always brought in
Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem. I was trying to think of a name. That punter. It was a punter, right? Was it a full punt when he kicked that chick in the face, or was it a snap kick where he tried to kick?
That was still Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Was it a snap kick or was it a punt?
It was it would have been.
Was like a full sweeping kick?
It would have been, but his boy had his back.
Oh, okay.
And was pulling him away.
All right. I don't have a problem. Bitches running wild. But
we do have a problem with that here on Strikeout Beer.
What? Bitches running wild?
No, kicking him.
Oh. What? Anyways. So yeah, for me, with these guys holding out, it's like, yeah, pay them, but I'm not much on the fully guaranteed contract unless there's something in the clause about, hey, your sorry ass didn't play for a season because you got hurt, and you were on a weak workload and not producing. Yeah, no, that it's not guaranteed at that point.
Yeah, but the other thing is, like, these guys, they want that fully guaranteed thing because they're going out there and they're putting everything on the line.
Everybody is. The damn linemen are putting everything on the line.
Right.
The chain gangs putting their life on the line to get run over.
Running backs are essentially going through 7 to 8 car crashes a week playing. Yeah. Like, the hits that they're taking are just.
You seen slot receivers?
Insane.
They're not the largest paid players on the field.
They're paid a lot more than running backs are.
Shit. There's only a handful of running backs, though. You're talking one per team, going all the way down. You know what I mean? It's like, but you got 3 receivers, you got all that other shit. It's a lot of action going on there.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on because I don't give a shit.
Dak Prescott.
Oh, that
Dak
guy.
Prescott says he's not throwing 10 interceptions this year.
We said correct. You're right.
That is correct. He's going to throw 13, 14, 15.
I'm on the 12.
We'll do 12 he threw over 1 a game last year. So tell me how many games he plays and add 3 to that.
Unless that sleep number bet is like preventing him from going any higher, I don't believe it. He will throw interceptions, and they could find themselves in situations where he has to throw more. And you know what he's going to do? Throw picks. There you go.
Yeah.
You got to look forward to that, Dallas Cowboy fans, and I hope you do look forward to it. I say let's go.
Do you like those interceptions? I hope you do. We didn't talk WNBA.
Let's talk WNBA. We got whiskey in here. Good evening, gents. Happy podcast day. What are we drinking, and why are your shirts still on? Well, because you're not here. Why didn't you come over?
Well, first of all, our shirts are always on.
Yeah.
Second of all, we're drinking from Anchor Brewing Company Porter.
Mm-hmm. It's a sloppy show. We're all over the place.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're all over the place. We got stuff written down on a piece of paper, and we're following that.
I'm all over the place.
Nah.
Hi, I'm Tits McGee. What? I want to meet Tits McGee one day. You're so gross. Why are you so pale?
It's for you, TJ.
It's the summertime. Why are you not getting a tan?
And just, I don't know, man. Keep my shirt on.
Do you keep your shirt on at the beach? The fact you have to think about it, that's a disgrace, sir.
Well, I haven't been to the beach in a few years.
Go down to Galveston or Corpus Christi. You don't go there often?
No.
Oh, God.
No. No.
Shirt darts off, boys. That's what I say. You know, like Lizzie's kids would be like, they're out there on the beach running around with like shirts on and shit. I go, what the hell are y'all doing? They're like, what? I go, take your shirts off. You're at the beach. You're not a woman. And, you know, they were kind of apprehensive at first. Guess what we got now? Some confident young fellas running around in the world.
I mean, it just depends. Like, am I trolling around and just having some fun? You know?
What does that mean?
Am I going like in and out of the water, or am I just like walking down the beach?
It's 80. It's 800 degrees. It's too damn hot for a shirt. Are you gonna wear a bikini top?
Maybe.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Maybe. You seriously wear a shirt at the beach?
Am I going in the water or not?
Wait, hold on. All right, hold on. Say, when's the last time you went to the beach?
2 years ago.
So you said you haven't been to the beach in a while. 2 years ago is like it's 2 years ago.
That's
Where'd you go?
I was in Florida.
All right, so
Spring break.
Tampa or Destin or something like that, or Miami.
Tampa.
So you're in Tampa. Hot as balls down there. It's probably 95 with 100% humidity.
Nope.
Did you have your
It
shirt
was
on?
It's like 75 degrees.
It was not.
80.
Oh, you didn't go to the summer then, right? You went like spring break.
Spring break.
Oh shit.
What's spring break?
Yeah, like April.
March.
Oh God, never mind. Yeah, story's over. I'm talking summertime.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If it's like fall or winter, yeah, you don't take your shirt off at the beach.
Spring break. I think it's like the end of March or something like that.
That's what I'm dealing with
April,
today.
Maybe April. But no, it was
The nutsack brigade.
was there with the kiddo. We didn't plan on going to the beach. We had some extra time. We just went for a day and a half.
Yeah,
and we went to go to the Clearwater aquarium.
That's why I gave you a pass, because it was March. You know, it doesn't count. I'm talking summertime at the beach. I wouldn't ask you if you were there in December if you took your shirt off.
It's probably been 5-6 years since I went to the beach during the summer.
Jesus.
And we were out in Corpus. You drive your cars out onto the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I had my shirt off.
Because
I was going in and out of the water and stuff, right?
Yeah. I might go down to Galveston this weekend.
So
I love Galveston. It's just dirty. It's awesome. Got to go to a couple breweries while I'm there. Galveston Brewing Company, if you guys are in the area. Guy that used to watch the show, I think it was Brews. It was Steph or Brews or whatever.
Bruce was that, yeah.
He was telling me a couple spots, and then of course the spot is called The Spot down there. Just sit out there and drink pitchers all night long.
Nice.
Like just go to Pound Town. But yeah, the breweries are really cool out there. Beer is so damn good. I love Galveston Brewing Company. So, all right. WNBA?
WNBA All-Star break.
Oh, man. Did anybody watch the All-Star game? How about the 3-point shootout? Did anybody catch the dunk contest?
I didn't know they had a dunk contest. Was that a thing?
No.
Okay.
Not a thing.
3-point competition. I have issues with this.
What's wrong with it?
So you had, I don't even know what her name is. Homegirl.
Caitlyn Jenner.
No. Not Caitlyn Jenner.
I
do have a Caitlyn Jenner story if you want to hear that later after we talk WNBA.
I'll do it right now.
No, let's finish the WNBA.
Okay.
Then I'll give my Caitlyn Jenner story, because there's I'll have to look up the place that's catching some flack about Caitlyn Jenner, but we'll get into that. But you had the girl who won the 3-point competition.
Okay.
Who everyone's like, she set a record.
Oh, did she really? Just draining
for
those
threes for the men and the women.
I saw.
Which
Not from the same 3-point line.
The women shoot a shorter distance.
Yeah. That's like saying, you could
a smaller ball.
Yeah. They don't count all that stupid shit.
And everyone's like, oh, wow, man, she's and you had Steph going out there. It's like, oh, we didn't have a 3-point competition. And apparently they've agreed to it since then.
How's that going to work?
But again,
different rules.
You've got, I don't know. I haven't read. If you're going to do it, you got to shoot from the same place, and you got to shoot the same ball. Like,
no, man, you don't have to do that.
But here's the thing: like, if you're not going to, that's cool. But don't say she's a better 3-point shooter than Steph.
And don't say there's a record between the
men and the women.
Yeah.
Because it's a different distance.
Yeah.
It's like if I did a 3-point competition in a 6-year-old age group.
I mean, you wouldn't win any of that either.
Oh, I would crush it.
You can't shoot for shit.
Dude,
And if you had to shoot
all
from
I
the
do
men's
is-
3-point
all I
line, and
do
they
is-
got to shoot from like the free throw line, you're
No,
not draining more.
I'm
than that.
shooting from the free throw line.
I think it's a bad
all that.
analogy. Pick something
But-
else. Try it again. Try it again.
No, it works.
Like they're a
But-
100-meter race, but the other chick gets to run from like the 70-meter or only have to run 70 meters.
Or
and
it's
you're gonna,
like, just golf. Women shoot closer than the men. Their
Bro.
tees are up closer to the hole.
can you call them the
versus the
lady
men.
tees anymore? Because they always heard that you got to call them the learner tees, which is really disrespectful.
You call them whatever you want to call them. But
the red
it's like-
tees, red tees.
But again, like you said, it's like someone having a head start in a race
and then
and
saying,
winning.
oh, they're
right?
they're better than. Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
like out there in Atlanta, you got the freeze, right? And he's running and he gives everyone a head start, and then you beat him and you're all jacked up. Yeah, you had like a 20-second head start. I hope you won.
They don't all win.
A majority of them don't win.
Freeze
But
is fast.
It's you can't gauge it off the same thing. But here's my thing: it's okay.
Yeah, just say that
Hey,
it's a record.
Hey, women, I'm looking at you. It's okay to say it's just a woman's record. It's okay.
3-point contest women's record, WNBA record. I fixed it for you.
You
There
don't
you go.
have to say, "Oh, it's an all-time record."
Why do you
They're
think they
better
have
than
to do?
men.
Why do you
Like-
think they have to do that?
I don't know.
Because it's not. Because and also
It's not the same
it's
thing.
not. You're not throwing the same ball. You're not throwing the same distance. Nothing is the same.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't understand this whole thing. I really don't fucking get it.
I don't.
And I feel like I can get in
don't-
trouble
don't
if I
get
think
me
about it
like,
anymore.
hey,
Don't at me.
we're here. Hey, we support the females.
I say that you guys, or I'm saying you gals, should get paid as much as LeBron. I think every single player in the WNBA should get paid LeBron money. That's what I say. I'm a fan.
Well, you're patronizing.
No,
with that comment.
I say
but-
that's what you. If that's what you want, then that's what you get. Don't. Isn't that
It's-
how it works? Isn't that how it works here? If that's what you want, that's what you get. Come on.
I want a lot of things and I don't get them.
But you're not a woman. And
Okay,
you don't play in
well,
the WNBA.
Apparently I got to become a woman and then I get everything I want.
Well,
but
that's fine.
that's besides. the
Let me know
point.
how you.
But
Let me know the transition and how it
just-
goes.
accept the fact that it's a woman's record.
To
and
be
just go with
blunt is
it.
in the house. You tell me Peasy's here.
What?
What's up, Peasy?
Peasy? What's up, brother?
Man, I totally didn't make those remarks while you were in here. Boy, you want to talk about some crazy shit. Peasy's group and Peasy's little fan base or whatever. A lot of women, a lot of gals. Peasy, tomorrow, ask them if they think that the WNBA 3-point contest record counts towards the men's NBA record. Please let me know what they say. I'm going to be in there for like the first 5 minutes.
Which they shoot at a shorter distance and a smaller ball.
Yeah. I remember one day it was something we can't talk about that here. We'll talk about outside.
Yeah,
We'll talk
well,
about it. It's really, I ended up having to block a bunch of people and shit. Like, oh, you guys are idiots.
but
Not Peasy.
just
I love Peasy.
accept the fact that it's a woman's record. And that should just be good enough.
Yeah. You're better than all the other women.
And hey, if you want to say, hey, I want to go for a record for all 3-pointers, shoot from the same distance and shoot with the same ball as the men. And if
Or invite
hey.
Steph to shoot from the ladies.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the ladies' ball.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how you can say it. Like, I'm better than
And
I'm better than
then-
the best.
Hey, and then if you win, okay,
yeah, I don't give a shit.
props to you.
Yeah.
I will,
She's a great shooter in
Yeah.
WNBA.
but don't. It's like comparing someone doing a slam dunk contest on a 10-foot goal versus a 6-foot goal.
So someone they always have to have a dunk in the WNBA All-Star game. They always have to have one.
A one-handed one.
It's a one-handed one, and it's barely even done.
And
And
it's a little bit of an oop, so they just got to kind of they spike it down like it's a
no.
volleyball.
This lady, there was a pass, and everyone was vacated the premises. She took like 5 or 6 steps, and then barely got it in there,
That-
and everybody went fucking ape
Yeah,
shit.
I've seen NBA dunks where they take 5 or 6 steps.
Yeah,
and
but they're
barely
not-
get it in
But
there.
they're barely not getting it in there.
But-
No, this one barely got in there, and it was during the
But-
NBA, and everybody lost their fucking mind. And of course, there was no travel call. Everybody's like,
But,
of course, Twitter blew up like
Hey.
travel.
But again, if I'm watching an 8U basketball game and someone slams on a 6-foot goal,
You're
I'm going to lose
impressed.
my mind. I'm
You're
impressed.
Yeah, you're impressed.
Right.
6-foot
So,
goal.
hey,
Yeah.
if a woman's just barely dunking on a 10-foot goal, I'm impressed.
Lower the fucking goals. Lower the goals and have more fun. What is the point of having that 10 foot? If you can't, if
go
half
down
y'all,
to 9,
just go down to 9. Hell, if that's a problem, go down to fucking 8.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I'm all for more action. And I'm for everybody getting LeBron money. I think everybody in the league should have their own private jet and LeBron money. Fucking no doubt. I'm telling you, man.
And last thing, we have one more thing with WNBA.
LeBron money.
Oh, I'm sorry. LeBron money.
Yeah. I say they all get LeBron money.
You say it wrong. You say it weird.
I say it weird? There you go.
The last thing we have is WNBA expansion.
Fucking pay them all LeBron money. Oh, yeah. Well, Plum came out and was like, hey, expansion is great.
Who's Plum?
I don't know. What a fucking, or something Plum. That hot one that married Darren Waller.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you know who the fuck that is. And so, anyways, I don't know her first name, but Lizzie drafted her, and I go, you got like 3 players on this on your team that aren't even in the fucking league anymore. They don't even play basketball anymore. You got one that's a VIP or vice president, first ever vice president, by the way. So they hired her on as VP.
Okay.
And so when she came out, she was talking about how expansion is fine. We're all looking, whatever, but that's not immediate, right? We need to figure out 1, pay. We need to figure out 2, charter jets and charter flights and things like that. There's a lot of things that they need to fix and get right before they can start expanding. Kelsey Plum. Yep. And I couldn't agree more, to be honest with you. Now, if you look at headlines from the WNBA All-Star Game, WNBA All-Star Game draws largest audience in 16 years. That's a plus, right?
That's awesome.
That's according to Front Office Sports. And they start talking into, like I said, discussions of league. We were talking about expansions. And that was one of the things that popped up. I'm like, yeah, why don't you just charter their flight? I mean, listen. Are we hiding the fact that the NBA doesn't pay for this league? It's a tax write-off. Just get them another fucking flight. How many teams are in the league? 8, 10, 12? 12? That's 12 fucking planes. Just buy them 12 fucking planes and fly them around 40 times a year. Who cares? Actually, 20 times, because half the games will be at home. You don't have to buy them planes. Just get them charter flights. Don't put them on Southwest or American or Delta or some shit. But if you do, put them all in first class. They're talking about riding coach. Put them in first class, or at least give them the leg room. What's it called? The luxury plus or some shit. Yeah, leg room plus. But I seriously am. This is serious. I think they should all be paid more because it all comes out of the NBA. The WNBA makes no money. They don't turn a profit for shit at all. No one watches their games. No one cares. But I say this. I say pay them more money. Pay them. When I say LeBron money, I'm talking like LeBron money from 2006. Pay them all 2006 LeBron money. Pay every fucking one of them. I don't care. Even the bench players, even the ones that don't see any time, fucking pay the manager, the ball girl, the towel girl, the water girl, pay them all this. I don't give a shit. Pay them all $50 million a year. I don't care. Get them charter flights because it's all coming to the NBA anyways. So if they don't care where the money comes from and they want more shit, who gives a shit? The NBA can afford it. Pay them.
I mean, the NBA makes a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. They make plenty of money. There's a reason this league exists. This league exists because the NBA pays for this fucking league. So then just upgrade their league. Go, put them in Platinum Plus, baby. Why not? What's the big deal? What are you going to get? Great fucking reviews? Great street cred?
Hey, you want cheaper flights that are more secure? Don't charter it. Just buy out the whole plane.
Well, but you get a charter. You get a smaller plane, but you can charter because there's only like fucking 12 people on a team.
But it would be cheaper for you to buy out like a Southwest flight.
Well, if you do it enough in advance and it's like on a Tuesday and there's whatever.
It doesn't matter what day of the week. It's still cheaper than chartering a flight.
You think so?
Yes.
300 seats versus 12 seats?
You don't need 12 seats because it's not just the players.
Equipment managers and stuff like that.
Equipment managers, your coaching staff, your med staff.
Yeah, just do that then.
So just, hey, I'm going to buy out this whole Southwest flight. Yeah. I know X.
It's the same thing as chartering the flight, but you're going through a third party that's handling it. You're just paying for all the seats.
Yeah.
And then you let them fucking run wild in the there, and they're just bouncing all over the place.
You play some poker in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you play the Cupid Shuffle. I don't know what you do. You have a little dance party. Who cares?
My whole thing is
you get free peanuts and a soda.
Pay the shit out of these players. I mean, stuff them so much full of cash. They don't know what to do with it. Right? Get them charter flights and just let's be done with it. Why the fuck is this in news? Why is this on the headline? Why does anybody just do it? Just do it. You got the money.
I was actually shocked that they flew commercial.
Yeah.
Like on just normal flights. Like I was actually shocked.
Do you think they're like a level above anybody else? Like CEOs of companies fly commercial.
You're
CFOs, CCOs that make more money than they make at like a regular company fly commercial. You can't stick these broads in the first class and then put the coaching staff in coach. It's called coach, Alan. Put the coaching people in coach. Put the stars in first class. How hard is that?
Well, you're going to put the stars in first class and you're putting like 1 or 2 people up
That's
there.
it. Well, I put the whole team in there. Fuck them. Put them all in there. Dance party is my dance parties are my forte. Hostile. What's up, bud? How you doing?
There we go.
Well, yeah,
but yeah. No, it's just I don't.
I say pay them. Pay them. Why not? What's the negative part of paying them?
You lose money.
They're already losing fucking money. The whole league's a loss, so just pay them more. It's more of a tax write-off.
Losing more money.
Yeah, well, you're not losing money because it's a write-off. You know, like you have like you get like a business that just fucking fails every year, and but you can't get rid of it because it's like a burden on you.
My job,
and you just fucking keep writing checks, and you're just like, fuck it. Who cares? But it's more of a tax write-off.
Okay,
they're so sheltered. Like the NBA, buddy. I'd like to see those tax returns.
Yeah.
Like they complain about a league that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the other league. But I don't mind. I mean, fucking pay them more. I say pay them more. Run it up, man. Run it up.
Here's what I don't get. Like, and then you have this league, and you have all these women that complain because they're not paid as much.
What do you got? What the hell's going on here? What's going on here?
Tell me.
Let's see. Dave always being wrong on these topics, but what? I'm not wrong on these topics. Probably. PJ is about to be a losing league too, but we like to think it's Saudis funded it. Nah, I don't know about all that. PGA? NHL losing league. NHL is a losing league. Get out of here.
No.
MLS a losing. Yeah, maybe it's soccer.
Not anymore.
It's soccer, Greg. No. NBA tax write-off league. I'm telling you, I'm not wrong. I'm saying pay them.
Miami's fixing to make a ton of money because Messi's there now.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just, dude, Messi's getting ready to make a ton.
He doesn't even have to play because when Beckham went to LA Galaxy, like every single game sold out, even away game sold out. I mean, I went to like a couple games at FC Dallas. I was like, we're getting our tickets. We're midfield. We're going to be right there. It's Beckham. It's Beckham. And so Liz is like, just like, and he never showed up.
And the whole time you're like, I hope he scores a goal. So he rips off his jersey.
No, he never showed up. He never fucking played.
Messi will play.
But so yeah, billionaire tax write-offs are the league the fans love. I'm telling you, fucking do it. What's the downside? What is the downside of paying them? And I've said this before on late night beer reviews and stuff like that. I've said it a billion times.
So when you're trashed,
I've said
tell me what
before.
You said when you're trashed.
I say if every single position, each one of the players in their rank of the league get paid equally to that rank of the NBA. So if you're number one and LeBron's number one, you get LeBron money. If you're number two, you're like Embiid. You get Embiid money. And every
Embiid's
time,
not number two.
Well, I'm just saying Westbrook or some shit. I don't know. No one watches the fucking NBA. Who watches the NBA? No one watches that shit. Anyway,
I don't watch it, but I know enough to know freaking Embiid and Westbrook aren't the number 2 and 3 players in the league.
Paid?
Yeah.
You should. Okay. I just want to see. I just want to see top NBA contracts 2020. I just want to look just out of curiosity. Steph Curry's number one.
Yeah.
52 million.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, 47 million.
Okay.
Joker's at 47 million.
So we're 3 deep and we haven't heard one player that you've mentioned.
Embiid is 47 mil.
Okay. He's the 4th.
Yeah.
Not the 1, 2, or 3.
Why is LeBron not up there? It's crazy. LeBron is tied with Embiid. So there you go. Number 2. Bradley Beal. You know who Bradley Beal is?
Yeah.
Plays for the Suns.
Yeah.
Paul George.
Just got traded to the Suns.
Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard. He still plays in the league? Shit, I've never seen him. Kawhi Leonard.
He plays for the Clippers.
Giannis. Look, there's a G.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Giannis.
That's a Y. Now you're just fucking around.
He's European.
Anthony
Giannis.
So all these guys. So say let's go 1st to 15. Okay, 1st to 15. First is $52 million a year. 15 is $40 million a year. I say if you're top 1 in the WNBA, you should get $52 million a year.
Okay.
Maybe even more. You know what? This is at 51, 9, 15, 6, 15. I say number 1 gets 52 because they can say I'm the highest paid basketball player in the fucking America. I say that in the world. I mean, I assume. I mean, you're not going to China and getting that kind of fucking money.
Oh, it's definitely the world because if they made more,
Somewhere
more
else.
in China, they would go play in China.
You think so?
Yes.
You go fucking play in China? It's fucking China.
Okay. So if I'm going to make $3 million here or $53 million there, where are you going to go play?
I'm saying in America. That's how you get fucking locked up and like your hair cut off.
Well, no.
Which would probably do you some good. You need a fucking haircut.
Well, okay.
So get locked up and get a haircut. Then shave that fucking beard off too.
That doesn't happen if you get locked up.
But anyhow,
that's if you join like the army.
Oh, I'm thinking of stripes. But that's my point. I say, fuck it. The top. How many players are in the WNBA? Let's get a rough. Let's see how many players. I just want to know. And we're almost done here. It went straight to NBA. No, I want to know WNBA. Its WNBA team has a minimum roster of 11 players and a maximum roster of 12 players. That doesn't help me. How many teams are in the NBA?
12.
There's 12 teams?
Yeah.
And there's 12 max on the roster?
Yeah.
So what is that? 144?
Roundabout.
Is 12 times 12 is 144?
I think so.
All right. So you have 144 players. I say yes. It goes 1 for 1 all the way down to 144. That's how I feel. Absolutely. Now, I was giving you an annual summary. When you look at the richest contracts in the NBA, the Joker's got the number 1, $272 million. Bradley Beal's got $251 million. Giannis, $228. Booker, $224, the same as Carl Anthony. Steph is at $215, the same as actually it's a little bit higher than Trae Young. Zach LaVine, $215. Actually, it looks like 5 or 3 of them have the same one. Trae Young, Zach LaVine, and Luka with Joel Embiid at $210. So I say that's what it is. Now, I don't say give them long contracts, but I say give them the same annual amount. And I say you got a deal. I don't understand why not. NBA has way more games than NBA. Well, that doesn't count because rationale and finance and math doesn't matter. You have to pay them the same amount annually because that's the key. It's got to be annually. That's how it works. Forget Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. Carlos Tevez is set to become the highest paid player in the world. 615 euros a week with the move to China, but all but done. Tevez is going to China. I did not know that. I did not know that Tevez was going.
Messi will make more because Messi gets a percentage of MLS sales, merchandise sales.
Buddy, I just said 615,000 euros or pounds a week, bro, week.
But
bro, 615 million pounds a week.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
Can I?
Yeah. No, you already said it. It's not going to work. I don't care if he sells a million jerseys a fucking week.
Not his. All of MLS merchandise.
No one buys that shit.
He also gets a percentage of all Apple TV subscriptions,
which no one watches. They get it with their fucking cell phone. Do you have Apple TV?
There's sales. No, I don't. There's sales in that, but it's not just that. But like anyone who buys any of the MLS packages or just any Apple TV sales, he gets a percentage of that.
Saudi and China pay the highest fees per player past their prime.
He turned down like a $1 billion contract because this contract that he's doing with MLS is going to pay him more.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, Jocks, how we doing? Hey, we give you Messi. You could relax Argentina beer visa. I want to visit Notch Brewing in Massachusetts. Go check it out. Yeah. For Messi, I don't know. All MLS players versus one player loses to one player. LOL. Yeah, like percentage of sales. I don't know, man. There ain't no fucking way. But yeah, no, Tevez, that's a hell of a contract. Like a hell of a contract. Let's run it out here. We have Anchor Brewing Porter. Rich, refined, splendidly smooth. It has been quite smooth.
It's really good.
It's got a little, but it makes my mouth
It's only
dry.
like 5.6% alcohol by volume too. Like the ABV is really low on it.
Should we have saved this beer like for wintertime or fall time? I feel like it's too early in the year for this. Well, I can go buy another one though, and then store it.
Buy another one and store it.
I think so, because I feel like we should be drinking porters when it's about like 60 degrees outside. Maybe a fire. We're just kind of out back bullshitting, watching maybe playoff baseball.
Buy a 6-pack. We're gonna drink 4 and put 2 back.
Store it
for like a year at least.
Yeah, there we go.
Over a year, because we'll have it next, not this winter season, but next winter season.
I'll go pick it up tomorrow then. How about that? This was packaged on April 25th, 2023. Yeah, so I saw a handful of these. I'll run back up there and see if I can't get my hands on them, because I think this is a fall beer. Like we had it, and you brought out both, and it's like, let's go this one, because we just had the steam beer last week.
We did. We had the steam last week. So.
Cristiano is getting paid $269 million this year for Saudi PFL. Oof, my goodness. Let's go.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys. And hell, we love you guys. Make sure you hit that. If you're listening to the audio, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you're not listening to just the audio and you're following us somewhere you get the video, go check us out anywhere you get your podcasts. Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Bullhorn, Deezer, wherever. And drop us a follow. And do us another favor. Give us a review. And if you're feeling nice, give us that 5-star review. Definitely would appreciate it. But thank you guys so much. As always, I'm Alan.
Remember Dave.
We're going to talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Mine's going to pick up.
Just got to let it play.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for listening to Strikeout Beer.